actually almost didn't apply to the nursing program. I went to BYU. I was like, I should at least try. So I applied, and at first I didn't get in, and then I got in, and then, yeah, went from there. And I've honestly never looked back. It's been perfect for me. And so then they briefly talked about this new COVID-19, and then I kind of started to hear more about it, and then it was like boom, and I had no idea what was to come.
The coronavirus has changed life as we know it across America.
All hospitalizations to the highest level in a year.
And the debate over vaccine mandates boiling over. Crisis overwhelming hospitals out west. In Utah, the state's largest healthcare system is struggling to keep up.
It's funny though, because they say the first year of nursing is the hardest. But I wasn't even a nurse for a full year when the pandemic started. And then that's when triage became a nightmare. It's like every single day you'd get there, there was double digits in the waiting room. It was completely full, and that produced so much trauma. And it was incredibly stressful. And imagine doing that for 12 hours and you just don't stop. Every single bed was full on every single floor and every ICU bed. We spend sometimes all day for 12 hours straight. That's a nurse's shift, is 12 hours straight, and you're working 3 to 4 minimum, and sometimes you're working more, like days a week, and you're taking care of these patients who are actively dying from COVID in front of you, and then the physical and emotional trauma of that, and watching all these people die, and then having people say to your face that it's not real. And it's like, if you could be in my shoes for 12 hours and see, even if you don't believe that COVID-19 exists, see what it is like to be a caregiver in the middle of a pandemic and go through that, watch these really sick patients die and there's nothing you can do about it, and then dealing with these huge influx of census of patients in the waiting room or whatever. And then have people walk in and you ask them to put on a mask and they start yelling and swearing at you that they're not going to, that it's not real, that it doesn't make a difference, that you're impinging on their rights, things like that. When you've barely slept for the last 4 days and maybe 5 minutes ago you were doing CPR on somebody that has COVID, and you don't really have time to process that because you have to go back out because you have 7 more patients that need help or something like that. And it's like, you just sit there and you're like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Like, I don't know how much longer people can look me in the face and tell me that what I have been doing is not real or meaningless or pointless or whatever, when we've seen things that no one else sees and understands. I'm just hopeful that we can all just make it through this. And I think that's what I want. I'm hopeful that over the next year, we're all gonna kind of recover, because everyone has been affected, community and healthcare workers alike. So that's my hope, and I do feel like we are gonna get there. I do feel like we're on the road to recovery, which sounds kind of cheesy, but you know what I mean? Like, it's been rough. It's been rough, and it's been rough for everybody. I'm feeling like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Especially the patients who on busy days just take the time to be like, hey, it's okay, like I get it. I know you're doing everything you can. And just like little things like that really help, because yeah, there's just really no way of knowing what it's like to be a healthcare worker in a pandemic unless you're actually doing it. I remember watching a video Some of my friends that I work with went to New York when they were hit very badly and they were in desperate need of nurses. And they had posted a video that every day walking into work, there would be fire trucks and police cars, and they would like be running their sirens and like playing the national anthem or something like that. And I remember exactly where I was sitting when I was watching that, and I just started crying because I just remember feeling so grateful for the people who care about us and care about what's going on enough to do that and thank us, and then just really proud and honored that I have the education and training that I'm able to help right now. So.